We're about to start Artonis Valley, and I've just did all these basically. You'll see here they're all open. These two. What it was is I actually just recorded both of these, and for some reason there was no in-game sound. So we had a mic. So what I'll do is I will re-record them.
Another one of my ingenious creations. A little something to help you out. From
Yeah.
obvious.
So we use Berserker on this for a change, and Berserker is always quite good in groups if you can get it buffed, because it takes obviously damage, but if you can keep somebody buffing it, it is also very good at pulling enemies away from your friends with that. Messed it up with that. So it'll pull everything to you. It's quite useful in the Ingar test area as well. When you get the one where you've got to kill enemies in a certain radius, you use berserkers. If you use a berserker and use an alchemist to buff the berserkers, then you can get through that stage quite easy. But that's for another day. Berserker can also jump out of things. If it gets caught in bubbles from naiads, you can actually jump out the bubbles with this class, so useful again in invasion stuff. Probably not too worried about the blue parts, the mission bits that have come up now. If we do them, we do them. If we don't, we don't. The only time I worry about those things is when I'm doing the daily sort of competition thing, where you win Argents. That way you maximise your score by doing those blue bits. There's one still alive over here. Artonis is quite, I usually quite often use a paladin for this one because of the ranged, demon ranged attacks. They can be quite nasty, especially when they get enraged like that. Now on this one, I always take the one on the left because I believe the one on the right heals or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I didn't attack it. we've got a warlock. I didn't see that one hiding there. Trouble when you're taking damage, you can't activate things. Here we go. Right, let's see how we get on with the boss with the Berserker. Or with this particular boss. Get rid of it. Well, we'll use this first. Soften it up. A few of those. Do this all the time. Oh, maybe not. Like I say with the Berserker, if you've got a Alk behind you, you can even use the Witch to put a curse on things and then get the Berserker to break the curse. It's what they used to use a lot when we used to play, what was it called now? Isabella. That one, you used to use this with the Witch quite often, and like I said, in Ingar you can use this with the Alk and get the buffs from it so it's shielded and all the rest. And it will keep all the enemies off the Alks and that as well, if you keep pulling the enemies. And you should be able to get through quite a few tough situations with it. Right, let's go on to the next one, which is going to be the Dockyard, I believe. Yep. Saffire Air Dockyard. Yeah, we'll go with the next level, next difficulty. Why not, eh? But I think I'm going to change out of this to something else. I think we'll just go with the Paladin for this. should be able to just blast our way through.
It's a prototype. We are going to see if there are any side effects.
Again, I'm not going to worry too much about the blue things. Blue questy things. Combat? Where did he come from? Bad time to do that. Seem to be suffering some kind of lag at the moment again. But hurry up and get this thing killed, because we'll end up with so many guns in this, we will die. There is a place down there as well. Sometimes you get survivors. You're spawning enemies, so we won't bother with it. You don't need to go down there if you don't want to. No, I'm just want to go in the blue. See, the paladin is probably not the best against the mech, or at least the tougher ones. Just doesn't have the damage. These things get silly, they lay so many of them after a while.
your position. No mechanoid should get through.
Aim for the weak spots.
I will take that. Little tip here, don't shoot it before you're inside, otherwise the doors will close, and if you're in a group you'll get your group trapped outside. Now this thing, if you don't kill it quick enough, it'll put down these red and blue squares. Stay in the blue one. If you're in the red you'll get hurt. I think it's the blue one if I remember rightly. I could be wrong. Here we go. See, they'll flash around, but then you've got to get to a blue one. There we go. Now I did, when I did this before, I was the one that didn't record the sound. I actually used the Berserker on this one. I did the opposite round this time. And the Berserker did a lot better in here than the Paladin did, that's for sure. It killed it a lot quicker. It's still fairly slow, but it definitely did more damage. Although, obviously the Paladin's got its shields, so it's more of a slow grind with the Paladin, but it can get you through stuff. Okay, the next one we will do on the next video will be Taron Power Station. That's basically guarding a power station, and Coal Quarry. These are the ones I've never really been that fond of. Factorium comes later. It's going to be interesting to see that one actually, because it used to be really, really tough. I couldn't get through it solo when I first played this game. I don't know if this is difficult now. I've heard people do have trouble with it, but it'll be interesting to see if it is as tough as it used to be, or if it's been made easier. I'd expect it's probably easier. I think it's just knowing the mechanics of it that probably would help. And Coal Quarry, that's just quite a longish one, which I'm not overly fond of it. I liked it the first time I played it, and then after that I just got fed up with it because it's quite a long one, longish one to do.